What's up guys, I'm doing another video, and today we're going to actually this time change the drive shafts in the Paseo because, as you know, last time I ran into a few issues. First thing we gotta do is get the, what sucks is the way these wheels are. I have to jack the car up in the air, pull the wheel off, then pull the center cap off, then lower the car back down, undo the drive shaft nut, then lift the car back up in the air, take the wheels off, and then I can actually get the drive shaft off. So let me get the car up in the air and get the wheels off. Okay, so we got the wheels off, and now I need to pop this center cap out and then put the wheels back on, lower the car back down to the ground, undo that nut, which I'm so glad someone packed with grease when they didn't really need to, because the wheel bearings are inside there behind that, so really doing grease right here did nothing but maybe prevent rust, but it's not really needed because we are in Arizona, so let's just say it's not needed. It's not like that on my Tercel, so I'm so glad that someone did this so that, you know, it's super messy because it wasn't already a hard enough job to begin with. Or it wasn't already a messy enough job to begin with. It's not hard, it's just annoying and messy. So, we gotta get this nut off after we put the tire back on so that the transmission is spinning. And I'm trying to decide if I want to paint the calipers red because the car is red. So, I think it might look nice, but I'm trying to decide if I want to go the full 9 yards or not. Maybe we'll just save that for a different video. You guys vote. I'll see if I can throw a link to a vote, or you guys could just say paint them red or paint them black or leave them or whatever in the comments. Tell me in the comments what you want, what you think I should do. Paint them red, leave them, paint them black, blue, neochrome. It'd be cool if I could do a neochrome, because I have these neochrome lug nuts. But yeah, so let me know what color to paint these calipers. Yeah, so anyway though, once again, pull the center cap out, put them back on the car, lower it down to the ground, and break that wheel nut loose. Okay, so now I have a 30mm socket on the end of this bolt for the drive shaft. And sorry, I'm heaving, it's really hot outside. So the car's down on the ground. I have two lug nuts holding the tire on because it just needs to hold on for just a minute. I'm gonna try and loosen that lug, or that nut for the drive shaft. Then I have to jack the car back up, pull the tire off, pull the lower control arm off, and then I can, I think, turn the wheel and be able to pull the shaft out. So let's do that. It's nice to know that this wasn't even tight, because right now, as you saw, I didn't even break it loose. I didn't even break it, and I'm right now pulling it off of my hand. I honestly thought I had the wrong size socket because it was so easy to come off. This is freaking ridiculous. This is why you don't put the grease there, because I think the grease just let it completely come loose, because right now I'm going to have it in my hand in just a second. See, here's this should take a lot of force to break off. It should be, put this on, like I didn't even need to lower the car, I guess, because it should be like, put this on and then you have to heave to try and get that thing to break off. And this was like finger tight. And it's because someone put grease on it when it shouldn't have been. Let's do the other side. This one seems like it might be on there. That's all it took. It's broke loose already. This is why you can't put grease on them. You're not supposed to do it. This one's a little tighter. I can't undo it by hand, but definitely wasn't too tight. We're definitely gonna have to fix that when we put this back together, because that is just not good. It's a good thing that they had cotter pins and the little shield, because if not, this thing would have loosened and come right off. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is, at the very least, pull those 3 bolts off right where they at? There. Those 3 bolts there off, so we can get this entire lower control arm right here down. Then I think I'll be able to turn this wheel enough. I might have to disconnect the caliper, but I'm not entirely sure yet. But I might be able to pull this wheel enough that I can push this drive shaft out of the hub, and then all I have to do is take this thing. This is like a $9-10 tool at O'Reilly. Stick it behind the drive shaft and just pop it out. So let me get these. I believe they're 14 millimeters. They might be 12 though. Let me get those bolts out and then we'll come back. Okay, so we have all the bolts off. You can see the little gap there, I think. So now all we have to do is kind of take this little tool here. Let me get 2 hands, and all I need to do is, like I said, you can see there's the bolts are all out. So all you have to do is pull this control arm off from the hub, and then we can turn the wheel. Okay, so I have this suspension piece disconnected from the hub, and then all I had to do is pull this out like this and turn the wheel, and the drive shaft came out. So now what I have to do is take this little tool here, and I'm gonna go from behind here like this. If you can, all I have to do is go behind there like this and push, and the drive shaft will come right out, no problem. So one thing that I completely forgot about when doing it is when you get the drive shaft out, automatic transmission fluid's going to go all over the place, or manual transmission fluid. Either way, fluid's going to come out, whether it's automatic or manual. And, well, I forgot, and, well, bad things happen. So, like I said, I learn as I go, and sometimes I make mistakes. I'm not the greatest mechanic, or really a mechanic at all. I don't have any sort of certification. I just know some things, and other things I learn on the way. But yeah, I made a mistake. I will tell you for sure, automatic transmission fluid smells really bad. So I'm collecting that so that I can put it back in here, because I don't know when the last time it was changed. Judging by the way it smells, it hasn't been in a while. And the thing about automatic transmission fluid is when you change it, if it's been used for too long, it'll slip and your transmission will wear itself out. So the best bet is, I don't know how long it's been since this was changed, so I'm just gonna put the old stuff back into the dipstick, and then I'll top it off with whatever new stuff. So it's unfortunate that happened, but you know, it happens. So we all learn, we all get there. Okay, so I got the new drive shaft, and all I had to do was push this in first, and I just hit it real quick with this little mallet right here. I just hit the end of it when I wasn't in the hub yet. I just hit it, and it popped into the transmission. Then I just turned the wheel out, and I put the shaft in from the inside. And I just went under, and I bolted the 3 bolts that I showed you before under there. Put this nut on the end. So now all I have to do is do the other side. Put the tires back on, lower it down, tighten the wheels, tighten this nut, put the center cap on, and we're done. Well, I've thoroughly made a massive mess in the driveway, but we have both the drive shafts in. What's nice about these ones is it has this castle nut versus this nut right here, and then having this on top, which is like a castle nut. It just gets rid of that. It gets rid of this thing. So all it is just a castle nut. You stick your cotter pin in through there, and it's good. So we have the cotter pin in. It's all tightened up. We need to throw the wheels on. I need to run to O'Reilly real quick in the Scion and get some ATF so I can fill up the difference, because clearly I don't have enough. So I need to run to O'Reilly real quick, grab like maybe I'd say a quart, I guess, of ATF, and yeah, we'll throw some in there, and then we'll take it down the road and see if it does any better. So it's the next day, and I was going to take this thing to the meet yesterday after I finished putting the drive shafts in. Got ready and went and got in, started the car up, put it in reverse, and was shocked to find out that it wasn't going backwards when I put it in reverse. I immediately started thinking, hey, I did something wrong with the transmission because I was working on that, and it come to find out my brakes are locked up somehow. There is no gap. They're locked onto my caliper. There is no gap between there. And I don't know why. I do know that it needs new brakes. So we're going to buy new brakes for it, install those, figure out why the brakes locked up, and, well, hopefully I can make the thing drivable again, because it's always something with this car. I've never been able to fix something and then not have something else go wrong. And then also I've discovered this little wire right here. It's not connected to anything. I think, though, for some crazy reason, I think I have another one of this connectors with the wires hooked to it. Might just splice a new connector on there and hope that fixes the issue. So anyways, guys, it's quite unfortunate that I spent that much time doing drive shafts just so that it could decide that it didn't want to go to Tucson. But, you know, it happens. Car's going to come back. We're going to fix it. And, yeah, we'll be back soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next one.